hopefully I got it, yo. So I'm 100% real. I had to light incense and I had to light some sage because there was something freaky going on, right? And in the midst of me doing that, in the midst of me lighting my sage, my camera went out. 100% my camera went out. And I heard it going, making a sound of it, plugging in, plugging out. And I come to sit down and get stuff ready to look at the screen and all. And I'm like, oh, my dang camera went out. Anyway, but yeah, that's whatever it is trying to get me not to get this message out, but I'm gonna do what it is to do because that's what I'm here for. My collective, I'm here for my soul tribe. I'm here for those who are on the spiritual journey with me, who's been on the journey with me. And if you haven't, fine. And believe me, we all on the same journey. We just going on different paths, and we gonna meet each other along the way. And we're going to talk for a little bit. We're going to rap a taste. And we're going to have to go on to our part where we got to, venture out by ourselves. And doing so in that same sense, when we speaking and we rapping a taste and collecting other minds is what I like to call it. That's the time when we engage with other people. And we learn from them, from their journey to see where they're at. Because 9 times out of 10, or the majority of the time, you're going to come into somebody who was at a level you were at, or it's going to a level you're about to hit. Either way it goes, it's iron sharpened iron, living and learning, right? We get what we give, right? Take it as it resonates. Chew the meat, spit out the bones, all that, and then some, right? So, anywho, yeah, I lit my incense up. I had to light the myrrh, and for you guys out there talk about sage and things like that, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I have to say one thing, since I have been doing my sage rituals, and I have been lighting my incense, I can say that I have been having wonderful night's sleep, and I've also been having, but besides, and sometimes when I say I'm tired, I'm mentally tired, because I've been manifesting, and I've also been taking back my energy. So I think the time, and I say that because every single time I do it, taking back my energy meditation, is when I start to get really, really drained down and tired. And I believe that's because my spirit, when I go to sleep, is going to where it needs to go to get that energy back. And it has to do all this cleansing, because you have to understand energy is transferable. And sometimes where that energy goes, am I supposed to? Hold on a second. I got to get this. There we go. All right. Normally I have the background blurry, but it's all right. It's okay. It's just where I'm at right now. I don't like how it is, so we're going to keep it there. I'm going to see why. All right. That's just how it is, though. We'll just keep it that way right now. Normally, I have the background blurry and all like that, but anywho, it has a lot to do with some other stuff. What's funny, what is blurry is this is what's blurry, right? So let me do this here. Watch. You see how cameras work? Yeah, cameras are so funny. Anyway, this is live and the real, and we get it out like that. We get it done. Anyway, I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna edit that out. I'm gonna have it in there and edit it out. Anyway, so yeah. So anywho, we're constantly on a journey, and especially if you're doing work on getting your energy back, you understand that we are souls trapped in the meat flesh, body in this meat wrap. And when we go to sleep, our souls go and do what it needs to do, and in business places or whatever. And if you don't believe in that, then that's fine. That's on you. All right, go somewhere else for that stuff. All right, but normally if you're overtired, especially if you're praying or you've been going to church and you've been noticing things is different, and then you get home and you're tired because your soul has been doing a lot of work, okay? And especially your soul's been getting no workout, You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, your body's tired because it has to rest, but your soul is always up and going. So now it's extra energized and it got that energy, but now your body has to get back into the old form of things, of how it used to be or where it used to be. So it's just readjusting, basically. That's all that it is. And remember, you got to get that energy cleaned again too, because that energy was in a negative place. And even with the people that were in your life, you want to make sure that you give back their energy, because you don't want anything that has to do with negativity in your body. And they may even take energy from you. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to understand it's a two-way street. It's not one way. It works both ways. Good, bad, karma and dharma. All right? Anywho. So back to what I was talking about. So we got the year of Leo, which is mainly speaking of year of Leo. Look at it. It's the moon is in Leo. So that means get out, be creative. If you have something that you want to think of, get creative with it. Even though we are going into retrograde, I'm not really big on stuff like that, like the moon and stars and stuff like that in retrograde. I'm still learning. I'm taking baby steps. One thing I know for sure, two things for certain: be careful on what decisions that you make. Be careful. Another thing I'm picking up is relationships. There's going to be a whole lot of towers, okay, falling. A whole lot of towers are going to be falling. I'm also getting, like, you know how they say retrograde exes come back. I want people to welcome that. So be prepared to get ready in the best way. Don't say, oh, retrograde is coming, X is going to call back. No. This is your time to shine. If you have been doing your work, it's not going to take you by surprise if an ex call you up. You're going to be like, hey, what's up, buttercup? What's up? How you doing? Chilling. Because, if they come, you already know what they're coming for, regardless if it's good or bad. You know that they're coming, and you're going to be prepared for it. They won't. They think they are, but they won't be prepared for it. And you're going to be a whole nother complete different person. I got to make sure I'm recording too. You're going to be a whole different complete person when they come in contact with you, because they're not going to be ready and prepared for the new version of you, especially if you've been really doing your work, drinking your water, minding your own business, spending time with nature and giving Mother Earth or giving Gia. And if is it Gia or Gia? Somebody down in the comments let me know. Letting Mother Earth know. And shout out to all the mothers on Mother's Day. There's a special person, if you're watching this, I hope that you are, or it come across you. Happy Mother's Day to you. You deserve it. Okay, you deserve it. And it was I sent you a letter, email. Sent you an email. Let's get it right. And I have to say this because I just got to understand it and the feeling that you will watch it and that you will see it. So just wanted to tell you Happy Mother's Day. Keep doing what it is that you're doing. Oh goodness. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. I can't really be there the way that I want to be, but it's a reason for it. And I was stalling on saying that because I'm like, I don't want to say it sound like I'm a dick, but yeah, I can't really be there the way that I wanted to be there, or the way that I was going to be there, and not in a physical sense, but just there. And it's because I'm understanding fully what it means now to be where I'm at and to be where you are. However, I want to give my universal love and thank you to you for being who you are, being the mother that you are, and making the sacrifices that you make every day, and to let you know that you are not going void. All right? So I had to say that to that special person there. And to all the mothers that's out there on Mother's Day, because by the time this loads up, probably it's going to be like on Monday or something. However, but it may be Sunday where you at, because depending on where you are around the world. But I just wanted to give that love and light to the mothers out there, especially that one person. All right. What Tyler say? Okay. See ya. Goodbye. Have a good one. Anyway, back it on up though. So yeah. So again, being up on this journey here, I really wasn't even gonna do this because I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. I get up sometimes. I'm like, anybody gonna watch this? Anybody gonna look at it? I'm just doing this for myself. But you know what? You gotta. That's how you know you to turn off your journey, because you can't. That's your old self. That's your old self trying to come in, trying to talk to you, trying to down you from doing things that you want to do. That ex call you up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? How you doing? Or even tell them, look, what's up? What you want? Right now is not a good time. I say welcome it, embrace it, enjoy it. You got feelings, you got emotions for a reason. And the more that you take into it, the more you take heed to it, the better it will be on you and on the other person. I just really wish that we had people who were being more adult-like, which lets me to go back onto the whole 12 universal laws, which is what I was talking about. I think before we even got cut off, because I had to go, I had a download I had to get. But the 12 universal laws that most people, I believe, are habitually line stepping and going past them more than what they should be. However, whatever it is that you want to do, go ahead and do it. But just know there's rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? It's universal rules. You heard of penitentiary rules? Universal rules got nothing on penitentiary. Universal rules has nothing on penitentiary rules. Nothing. Okay. Universal rules over everything. It trumps out everything, you know. And I've just been thinking of that and just, really embracing myself, especially with my sexuality or where I am. And I really am at the point now where I'm not too focused on my sexuality. I'm more focused on myself and getting to know myself and understand myself. But at the same time, it's like, it don't really matter right now. I know what it is that I like, and whatever it is that I like I will attract, and whatever it is that I attract is what it is that I like. So it's none of your business what it is. That's what I'm saying. And what you need to know, and let people know that too, no matter how old you are. I know people who are in their 50s, you know what I'm saying, just now discovering that they like what they like. Okay, this is a LGBTQ plus friendly channel, and we spread nothing but love here. So if that's what you're looking for, you came to the right place. You can't talk about mental health and mental wealth for self. It's good. I'm not a licensed physician. I do have someone who's degreed and mastered in, and that person will be here hopefully if she remembers. Cause she's a Pisces, so anyway. But so I can say that a lot has really changed for me, especially since I've been on this growth here, since I've released a lot, and since I've been coming to my own truths and not allowing friendships, relationships to label me. And I say that with much prestige. Prestige. I don't even know where that came from. But yeah, I say that because that's just what it is. We allow relationships to deem us, you know what I'm saying, to label us. Anyway, I'm drifting off. And sometimes I got to catch myself because, that higher self kick in, and that's it. Anyway, so, what I want to talk about, the 12 universal laws, okay? There's 12 that I'm talking about on my podcast, which is off on Mondays. I think I got one of those plugs in here for me for my podcast. If you want to get on my podcast, it's hard to do this when you got that. So my podcast is off on Mondays. The Queer Cancerian, or it's off on Mondays. Social media dropout, mindful meditations. Yeah. And I talk about everything, the same thing I talk about here, but just a little bit more. And yes, I got clips in my head, so if you see it here, and if you see it flipped up like this, I know that it's flipped up like that. I just wear it like that because it's just easier for me to hear, especially now because I got my nephew here, and then secondary because I just like to hear myself when I speak, even though I got my headphones on. I like to just hear around. I like to hear around myself. Anyway, so let's close this up there. All right, so with the 12 universal laws, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to say that for the podcast. What I want to get on is what I'm going to backtrack on to as well with my co-host I'll have next time. I say co-host. Anyway, but talking about, is there a such thing as PTSD in a relationship, or after a relationship, or they call it let me see, I wrote it down, girl. I got some notes, girl, because I said this is what I wanted to talk to with her, because she is clinical. Let me see. Oh, that's the old one. I have it some here, right here. Let me get my notes. If you don't have notes, then what the hell are you doing with your life? You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So here we go. So we got a relationship PTSD. That's what it is. It's going to be RPTSD. Okay. And basically, when you think about PTSD, because I do suffer from PTSD, I do. Just thinking about it, I'm like, a lot of things just shot to my mind. It's not as bad as it used to be, but there is some PTSD that I do have. Mainly, most of that came from childhood trauma, from working, and in past relationships that I was in. And with relationship PTSD, and we're just going to go over it briefly because I have papers that I want to print out so I can make sure I have the correct information. Because misinformation is just a misinformed, okay? Informed, okay? The misunderstood is just them. The misunderstood is just the misinformed giving misinformation. Okay. Anyway, so there's a couple of steps that you can do to get through with relationship PTSD, which the key to relationship PTSD is, you have fear, mistrust, anxiety about relationships, and we all suffer from that. When we get to someone, we have fear of them. Well, I'm not going to say fear of abandonment, because the fear of abandonment is a whole nother egg to crack. But it's mainly you develop this fear and mistrust and anxiety about relationships. Okay. Not fear of abandonment. That's totally different. Like I said, that deals with a lot of other issues too. It can be a part of PTSD. However, the main foundation for fear of abandonment deals with childhood. So we're not going to go that far. But we'll talk about that. Now, I can talk of it because I've experienced it. I've been through it. I've dealt with it. Scientifically, that would have to totally be with my counterpart. Anyway, so, and I have to say this, the person that you will want to manifest in your life, I know the person I'm manifesting in my life is going to be whole and complete. And I say that every single time because when I'm speaking, I can feel my my counterpart, and I can just see and visualize them at times. Like, man, this person's going to be awesome. Like, you are not going to understand the depths of how it feels to actually be with someone that is whole and complete, who loves you and who wants to be with you and not needs to be with you. And I don't know why I had to stop and say that, because I feel that every single time I think about my soul partner, my person that's meant to be in my life, that the universe have aligned for me to be with, that has designed and destined for me to be with, is that person will show you a love that you've never experienced before. And it's unfathomed. It's just, I just had to tell that to a selective people out there, to my collective, that the person that you are manifesting that is designed to be in your life, manifesting with intention, with proper intention, because you can manifest something bad too if that's what you want. But I'm telling you, what's meant for you is meant for you. You ain't gonna have to chase it. You ain't gonna have to water it down. You ain't gonna have to adjust it. It is going to meet you at where you're at, regardless. If you want somebody that's healthy and you're not healthy, you're not going to attract somebody that's healthy. Okay? It's just like that. You have to meet them somewhere. We have this checklist on our roster of what we want them to look, see, feel, and taste like, right? Yes, taste like. However, the person that you're going to meet is going to blow your socks off if they're not going to be the person that you would see yourself with. They're not going to be the person that you, and you can say, no, you're single now, ain't you? I said you're single now, ain't you? It kills your brain cells, son. Anyway, seriously though, take me seriously though. You're single now because the person that you're trying to manifest is not real. Okay? Is this thing on? There's no such thing as a perfect person. I just really wanted to get that out there. I just really wanted to tell you, Cancerians, there's no such thing as a perfect person. It's all in your mind. Okay? Anywho, with that being said, the person that is meant for you, that universe has for you, is not going to be anything that you can ever imagine. And the thing about it, and this is the kicker part, when that person comes to you, because the person's going to come to you when you're ready, you're not even going to care, because you're going to be in a place of acceptance, of abundance, of light, and of love. That when you look at that person, you're going to look at your old self and be like, I was so superficial. I was so dumb and naive. And when I say dumb, there's a literal sense of dumb, what dumb really means, okay? Not what society or what the world has to. Look it up. Look it up. Just like mute. Look it up. But you're going to look at yourself and say, I can't believe it. I can't believe it at all. But you will. And you're going to thank yourself. So thank your future self now. Thank your future self now that you took the time. Okay? Because had you went after what it is that you thought that you needed and not what you wanted, I'm telling you, unless you want to be on this karmic cycle for the rest of your life, I know that I don't. I'm ready to get off. Ain't no way I'm going to continue being with somebody who got time for struggle love. I don't. I mean, you in the same relationship with somebody and you working this out and y'all off and on. What, you know what I think when people say, oh, we've been off and on for about 8 years. More off than on though. Come on, be real with me. What do you mean you've been off and on for? There's no such thing as off and on. There's either off or there's you. When I go into my apartment, I don't have my lights off and on. I'm sorry. If it's off, it's off. If it's on, it's on. If it's off, I can't. If it's off, I don't say that it's on. And if it's on, I don't say that it's off. It's either one or the other. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that people to me who says that it's off and on, and I'm going to be honest with this, are people who just are afraid to be by themselves, and they rather be with somebody that's making them feel bad and treating them in misery. I'm just going to be real with that. And I'm saying that because I been in an off and on, but even I won't do it again. I cannot do it again. If we tried it, obviously it's not meant for us to be. Obviously, this is not what's going to happen. Okay? I mean, look, I'll be friends with you depending on the severity of the relationship. And sometimes that might come at a later date. But ain't no way in my 40-year-old life will I ever submit myself to off and on relationships. Can we not make that of the normal anymore? Can we let it go? Can we let that person that we are in an off and on relationship be with the person that they need to be with? Because that's, if you're off more than on, that's a sign that's saying that it's not meant to be. Let it go. Let it go, sis. Let it go, bruh. Anywho, I just had to go rant off about that because that's going on into relationship PTSD. The reason why you have that is because you are repeating that same cycle. Okay? You are not giving yourself time to get out and heal. And even when you do, you are still in contact with that person. Unless, no. Let's make this real, because I don't have children, so I can't really speak on it. However, what I would suggest, if it was me, ain't no such thing as it being hard because you have a child together. That child can live without y'all together. You can be in one area, they could be in the other, and the child's still going to live as long as it's getting food, water, and shelter. I'm just saying that. Maybe I don't know what it is that I'm speaking about, but I think that's how it works, because I'm still living and my mom and my father or my biological father's not together. And I'm doing okay. I mean, there were some things that I had to go through, as we all do as human beings, but let's not make the let's stay together for the children a norm. Especially when you know that you're not, that is bullshit. I'm just saying it. I'm just being real. Okay? I'm just being real. I can only say what I know or come to understand. That whole we getting together for the kids is just a pawn to stay together. If you want to stay together for the kids, do it separately. Communicate in a way that is only for the child. Because the child is going to go through that, and they're going to see that, and that child picks up on that energy. Okay. Now, it's a way to co-parent. I have a friend. I have a friend, right? And she co-parents. It took a while to get there. It took some time, and she would tell you that it took some time. But you don't necessarily have to stay in a relationship where you and the other person is hurting, and then you're hurting a child. I don't know where that come from. I don't know where that came from. I'm telling you, when higher self kick in, I can't collect it. When the higher self kick in, I don't know what it is. That crown chakra would be just, that third eye be ting-a-linging, and I have to just, get myself together. I got to calm myself down. We supposed to be talking about relationship PTSD or introducing it. I guess we are. Joke's on you, bitch. Anyway, I just really wanted to say that because we are wondering why we have a relationship PTSD, and it's because we're still. It's okay. Think of it this way: Vietnam. This came from victims with the war, Vietnam War. Being in a war where there's actually bombs and stuff going off and things of that nature. I have or had relatives, still have, that lived through World War I and II and all that other stuff right there. And you get changed when you come back, because there's things that you cannot unsee, okay? And it changes you, because there's just things as a human being that we're just not meant to go through or see. And it changes you, right? And if you've been in that for that long, and is that real, you become part of that. Seeing it day in and day out, it becomes a part of you. It becomes mentally connected to you, right? Well, if you're with a person day in and day out, and you keep telling yourself you want to get better, but you keep, okay, let me put this analogy out. You burnt your hand, okay, but you're trying to make it better, but you keep putting it over the flame. It's not going to get any better. It's just going to make it worse. Now, you can take it out, you know what I'm saying? Bandage it up, put boin cream on it because it's boined. But if you put it back in the flame, it's kind of counterproductive. So that's what we have to think and consider on when it comes to relationship PTSD is we will continue these cycles. And I got another download here, okay? I got some sense now while I'm ahead. We continue these cycles because we're reliving that same thing over and over again because we have not taken the time to focus and to realize and say, it's all in your mind. I say that because with me having PTSD, it's just like manifestation. I can sit here and say that I'm 100% totally recovered from it. I don't believe that you can totally recover from PTSD, but I'll have to have some type of, I know that there's ways to get over it, but you're going to have it with you, It's going to be triggers that's going to happen, and it doesn't happen as much or as strong or as effective as it used to be. However, I believe it's something that you will lifelong live with, okay? With relationship PTSD, there's to a degree where it can be healed and be taken care of. Because you may still, and why I say that is because you may still have those triggers, those flashbacks. That person may say or do something to you that will trigger an instantaneous moment or a flashback and put you actually back to where you were at that time. I've seen people who were in war where they had that moment and they went back and they were like they were there. People who suffer from PTSD, regardless on what type it is, whether it's CPTSD, whether it's relationship PTSD or RPTSD, or it's PTSD in general, you're there. That person is there. That person is stuck. That person is there, and it's no coming back until they get out of it themselves. And what I really want to hone in on is we have to stop normalizing this whole keeping it, together. I know people who have been in relationships unhappy because their family says it's a good thing for them to be together, because they, we're going to just wait till the kids graduate. We're going to do it for I'm sorry. At the end of the day, and I can't speak about kids because I don't have any, but what I know is that my happiness is my happiness. Because at the end of the day, what I know is that when I have kids, they're going to grow up and have a life of their own. I would not want them to live their life for me, is what I'm saying. I wouldn't want my mom to live her life for me. And she will do it now, and I have to tell her, and even I would do it for her because it's just been funneled down from generation to generation. But I have to understand that I can't do that anymore. And we can't do that in our relationships with each other or with a significant other. We can't say, I'm going to stay with this person, because, and let's be honest, because they know our bodies. They know how we like it. They know how we can, have it. But let's say this, if you were to take sex up out of your relationship, what would you have? Think about it. If you take sex out of your relationship, what would you have? Nothing! I had to say it. Somebody had to say it. Seriously. If you took that out, if you took the good looks, let's take Kim K and Kanye. Okay. He has issues. Yes, he does. He has mental disorders. He does. Something is not right with him. That's true. We all see that. He even says it too. But at the end of the day, they're still human beings. We don't know what Kim K went through. And regardless of what she does and how she does it and karma's a bitch. I'll tell you that. I'm telling you, perfect example of manifestation. You go ahead and wish something that you want. Go ahead and wish something that you want. Let me tell you, it's hereditary. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's hereditary. And it's going to come and bite you in the butt when you least expect it. So get ready and get prepared for it. Another thing, know who you're sleeping with. Know who you're laying down with. Don't just lay down with anybody. You don't know what scale of contents they got hiding in the closet. And then you can find out later that they got borderline personality disorder, or that they, what else is there that's out there that can be, you just, and I'm not getting on anybody, because believe me, I know, and I work and I've been around people who have these disorders. And it doesn't make it okay for me to talk about it, but it makes it okay for me to let it be normalized and say we need to stop doing things because we're afraid to be by ourselves. I said it there. Stop being afraid of being by yourself. And if you've never been by yourself, how do you know that it's a bad thing? I always say this: emptiness is form, and form is emptiness, right? I always say that we get what we give, right? I always say that no matter where you are, no matter where you go, you're still going to be you. You know, you are a product of your environment, but you do not have to stay in that environment. Okay? You can go somewhere else and develop a life worthwhile. Me, I am taking my stuff after graduation, depending on what universe has for me. I'm taking everything and I am moving. I keep saying Atlanta. I don't know why I want to go to Atlanta. I do not know why to this day, but that it's either Atlanta or Phoenix. People say, well, why? What's out there? What you want to go? I don't know. That's just somewhere where I just feel my spirit it's just leading me to. Seriously. Somebody can say, oh, but you got family here. I don't care. I want to go somewhere where nobody knows my name. I want to go somewhere and plant some seeds where I can have a whole other life and develop there. I don't want to be somewhere where there has to be family members and somebody. I want to be somewhere where nobody knows me and I can actually have an identity of my own. And that's what we are afraid to do. Some of us are afraid to do, is we're afraid to be by ourselves. And another thing is, it's okay to have people with you. You are alone, but you're not lonely. You have friends, you have family. What I'm getting from spirit is stop hiding behind your kids. I don't know why I got that. Stop hiding behind your kids. You need adults. You need like-minded folks. You need people who is at least going through or went through what you went through. You at least need to have one accountability person who you know you can lean and trust onto. You should at least have one person that you can talk to besides family. Let it be a therapist. Because at least that therapist will help you to understand, to grow, and to start getting out and making friends. Because to me, I'm sorry, you can tell a lot about a person, about their friends. And if a person doesn't have friends, I'm sorry, that should say a lot about that person. I do not give a care. They may have the grocery store clerk who they go and get their milk from every Monday morning. And they may not be friends, like they hang out, but they know that person. You understand what I'm saying? Even if you're in a marriage, and I'm not married myself, I don't know why I'm talking about things I don't have any knowledge on, but this is how Spirit is giving it to me. You don't want to be around your mate all the time. That's why people talk about, the whole saying, singles want to be married and married want to be single. I don't think that's true. Mm-mm. I think the form of it is this. People just want to be able to go out and have fun without their spouses. And then people want to come home to their spouses. Let's make that normal. Let's make that 100% normal, okay? Yeah, I said it. So, I'm trying to talk about relationship PTSD, child. I'm talking about something I ain't got no business talking about. Anyway, so there are, I got 7 steps here. Yes, 7 steps into getting into recovery of it, okay? And we'll go into brief detail of these here, okay? Because I'm making this longer than what it's supposed to be. All right, anyway. So we have the first step is to take time to be introspective, okay? And what I mean by taking time to be introspective is actually take time to do not to do you, okay? Take time to enjoy you. Take time away from, if you have kids, from the kids. Have adult time, okay? I mean, I understand that you have children and stuff like that. The children are going to be okay. Now, if you're in a situation where you do not have somebody that can watch the kids, maybe you have a spouse that's irresponsible, or they, are abusive, or whatever the case may be, I understand that dialect. That is something that I can't speak on because that is something that I don't have any understanding on. But I do know that if that's the case, it may be a little bit hard for you, okay? However, that's where it comes into making sure that you have a friend, that you have someone that you can trust and rely on because you're going to need someone to lean on beside yourself. Because I don't know about you, but have you ever tried leaning by yourself with nobody else around you? For real, I want you to try that. I want you to try right now. Stand up and lean. And let me see how long you last standing. I hear a lot of people falling right now. I hear a lot of people falling. And if you did that, you seriously need to go get help. But no, what I'm trying to say is you need somebody that can be your accountability partner, is what I'm saying. Stop running. What my question is, why are you so scared to have people close to you? Forget that somebody hurt you. I mean, and I'm not saying I forget it, not discrediting that, but stop letting that be your excuse to stop. Do you understand that person who hurt you, going about their business, they probably got friends, even if they got friends, they got enemies, but they got somebody out there that don't like them or don't like them, but they got somebody out there. But you ain't got nobody because you're allowing that mindset, that toxic ex is what I'm getting now, and I don't know why this is coming down in my. You have that toxic ex that is taking control of your mind, every thought, every memory, everything that you do, everywhere that you go. You can't get that inner critic, that dialogue out of your head because it's so ingrained in you. And he did that because there's something that you exposed to him. Okay, and I'm speaking of this because I've been through that before, sis. I know I've been through that before, baby. Look, he knows that you have no friends. You don't like your family, or your family don't like you, or he took you away from your family, and we're not going to throw around the N word, and I'm not going to say it, but we're not going to throw away the N word. Okay. What I'm saying is, I understand if you're in a predicament where you were in an abusive relationship where it tore down your friendship. But what I'm saying is it's harder when you don't have that. It's harder when you cultivate that environment around you for that. Because we are human beings and we were not meant to be by ourselves. I mean, for Christ's sake. Animals have a male and a female counterpart. We were made to procreate, right? So we were meant to be two, and two become one. And that one, and out of those two people, make sure it's the right person, because once again, that two become one. So that's why you have that person in your mind. That's why you keep thinking about those things and you keep doing those ways, because you became one with somebody that you should have not became one with. Oh my God, I don't know where I'm getting at. I got to get off this because it's getting a little bit too deep to me. I'm hitting all up in my heart chakra. You know what I'm saying? Got my heart chakra just brewing here. I'm telling you, when you're tapping into here, that's just how it is. It's calm down. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're going to speak on. for that. Take some introspective time. Take some time for you. Okay, take some time aside and get to know a friend. Talk to the lady in the coffee shop that always says hi to you, and you give her the ugly stank face like, I just want my latte. Okay? I mean, she even gave you extra marshmallows in your hot chocolate and put whipped cream on top. I know that you lactose intolerant, but she's just trying. The universe is trying to give you a message. I guarantee you the universe has been just throwing them at you, and you just been like, pew, pew, playing like it's the Matrix and stuff, like Neoing it on them folks. And the universe like, okay, you want to play rough? Okay. Now you ass out. Now it's going to take a while. And you asking universe to help you out. And universe like, nope, you told me that you had it. You told me that you was going to do this on your own, Cap. Nope. Now you have to prove the universe, to the divine, to spirit, that you're ready. And oh boy, are you in for a treat. And we're on in the retrograde. Let me keep going. Introspective, okay? Introspective. I can't stress this. Make a friend, okay? You got more enemies than friends, and that's not cool. God, okay, let me hurry up and get about this. I got to get through this because the divine was having a time with me today. The second step, okay, is to get stronger where you are weak, okay? Oh, that taps on the number one. I am stepping on some toes today, bitch. Look, get stronger where you are weak, okay? Past traumatic relationships syndrome. Okay? That goes back to that toxic ex. That goes back, and I'm saying that because I've let a lot of people that I really thought was going to be in my life. I let a lot of people who I really thought was going to be meant for me into my life, that I allowed access to my mind, to my body, to my soul, to my spirit. And that fucking hurts. It does, especially when you come to the realization that that person wasn't to begin with and they to end with. And there was plenty of relationships that I passed up on because I was stuck on someone that was not stuck on me. I was in a relationship with someone. As I always say, was in a relationship with someone, but they wasn't in a relationship with me. The only time that it related was when it was relatable for them. Only time that it was committing for them was when it was committable for them, when it was, beneficial for them. When it was all about them, all a ball for them. When they were able to do it for themselves was when it was when it counted. So that is what number 2 is. You want to get strong in those areas and be okay. And that's where introspective comes from. It's when you sit down and you say to yourself, you know what? I was vulnerable in those areas. I allowed this and that to happen. Dang it, I get another one again. It's people that you have pushed away that you could have been so far ahead in your relationship with. And I'm speaking of myself. When I say that, I'm speaking of myself as well. I know right now I could have been married. I could have been further along in where I'm at in my career, happy, retired even, had I just allowed love to take care. However, I wasn't in the right place because I wasn't right mentally. It was a lot of things that I was not ready and prepared for. However, I've had a glimpse of that and I see what it is, and now I know what I like and what I don't like. And there's been people, I guarantee you, something, spirit is telling me that there's been someone that they opened up for you and you just Donkey Konged on them. You got that barrel and they walking up them stairs trying to get to save you, and you Donkey Kong on them and you just boom, for no reason. I always wonder, why was the donkey throwing them damn barrels? What was wrong with why Donkey Kong? Who's the Donkey Kong in your life throwing barrels? Are you the Donkey Kong? Huh? And let me put it this way. Let me make it more plainer. Okay, this is what Spirit's getting me to say. Donkey Kong is your ego. And the princess is you. Mario is the person that's coming up to save you. And Mario was going up them ladders and dumping and doing matrix flips over them barrels. Some of them was explosive barrels, going through the trenches for you. And you let your ego run that person away. Now you're singing that another sad love song about the one that got away. No, they didn't get away. They didn't get away. You pushed them. All right? Let's get it going, okay? So that's what it is. 1 and 2 goes together. So 1 was to take introspective, and 2 is to get stronger in the areas where you're weak. And it's okay to know that. I will let my person know, my mate know, the one that the universe has for me. I want that person to understand that I got weaknesses. But wherever I am weak, she is strong. Whatever she is strong, I am weak. You understand that? That's where that balance comes from. You can't be strong at everything. You are not Hercules. And even Hercules met his demise. He didn't. All the muscles, and you mean to tell me all I got to do is shoot his nigga's ankle and he going to go down? Come. Man, put a fork in me. I'm done. All right, let's go. Number 3, hone your picking skills. I'm setting this down because my therapist told me it's not you, it's your picker. You have a picker. And if you're picking with your, or you're picking with your, you're definitely doing it wrong. Okay? Stop drunk dialing. Stop emotionally texting. Own that feeling and stay with that person that's making you happy at that moment. Well, no. I'll take that back. Not at that moment, but own the feeling. It's okay if your ex pop up into your head. It's an X for a reason. X meaning exit. Okay? Let that exit do what it needs to do and exit and get back into reality. I'm saying that because you were sitting laying with somebody, enjoying them, I don't mean laying with them sexually, whatever it is that you do, because we grown, right? But you were enjoying yourself with this person. You said to yourself, okay, and this is what's being downloaded right now from my listeners, from my collective, from my soul tribe. You said to yourself, oh, this is the first time I ever felt I'm relaxed. I can watch this and just chill and just do my own thing. I ain't got to worry about A, B, C, and D. You know, I'm just really relaxed. I'm at home. And as soon as you do that, in comes karma. In comes karmic. Just tra-la-line this, but right on in there and doing what they do best. Going in of your feelings to see exactly how it is that you feel. To see if they can do something to mess you up. Now you all in your feelings because, again, the majority of the time, it's because this is a traumatic relationship that we have just gotten out of, what we've been in, and we're healing. Now, if we're doing this the right way, we got out of that traumatic relationship. We're still hurting. We're still healing. It's okay. Because when you come out of a traumatic relationship, there's going to be times when you need to work on yourself, and it's perfectly okay. All right? That's why you need friends around you. That's why you need someone that's going to be your accountability partner around you, okay? So you have that person that's your accountability partner that's around you. You may not date, you may go out, you may chill and hang out with somebody, whatever the case may be, all right? What I'm trying to say is, hold on to your picking skills. Think about it. What was it that made me attractive to this person? What did I do to attract this person? Like attracts like, right? But what are you like? What are you like in here? What are you like in here? Because I guarantee you, once you are whole and self-centered, once you are of the collective, once you are of the soul tribe, once you are of spirit, once you are of your higher self, you is not going to allow anybody to come at you halfway. You mean, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Go on, get out of here, son. Sit me somewhere. You know? You know those memes when you be when they be showing somebody like, that's what you want to be. You want to text somebody and be like, you silly babe. course you can come. I'm chilling. You want to be able to do stuff like that. Be able to actually say that you're going out and go out. Be actually say, no, I'm staying home and stay home. Who the hell argues about going out and staying? Everybody got time for that. I'm 40 years old. And nigga, I'm 40 years old. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm finna get into a heated debate because I want to go out or I want to enjoy myself. I'm not finna get into a heated debate about that. The last time I did that was the last time I'm gonna do that. I remember I was in a toxic relationship and I wanted to actually go out to enjoy myself. You know, I was gonna go out with maybe some friends or family or something like that. And I guess the person, because that person would use that as an excuse to go out and do what it is that they do, was like, well, if you go out then I'm gonna go out tomorrow. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna spend the night out. Okay, I mean, I don't understand why I'm coming in. And that's what you gonna do, then fine. We ain't even go there. Tap into your honing skills. Hone into your picking skills. I mean, what is it about you? Okay, it's your picker. Okay, it's not the other person or anything else. It's you, and it's okay. Well, it's not you. I take that back. It's not you. It's your picker. It's your picker. It's not you. And to change that picker is to go from rule 1, introspective. It starts with you. All right, let's go ahead and hurry this on because it's almost about to be an. All right, so the number 4, take a deep dive into your childhood. Do I have to keep going on? Take a deep dive into your childhood. I would go deep into these, but I'm trying to rush through these. I really am. And it's hard for me not to be the type of person that I am. I am a healing collective soul. Anyway, tap into your childhood. Like I said, the majority of it has a lot to do with you and what you've been through. And I'm here to let you know that it is not your fault what they did to you. It was horrible. It was nasty and disgusting. And believe me, they will reap what they sown. And you have to understand that if they're here and they have not asked you for forgiveness, even if they are here and they ask you for forgiveness, forgive and let live. I said before that unforgiveness is like drinking poison and hoping the other person gets sick. It's like downing some bleach and saying, that's going to show them. Watch them get sick. Let me ask you this question. If I was to sit here and shoot blood in my, and don't do it. Please don't do it. Please do not drink bleach. I'm not condoning anybody to drink bleach, okay? Drinking bleach is a dangerous, hazardous thing. You should not be doing that at all, okay? Even if the orange-haired guy said to do so. But let me tell you this. If doing that, okay, will that make me better? Would that make the person that I don't have any attraction or that hurt me, would they hurt them? No. If I was to get into a car accident, right, and run my car into the side of a building and then blame the store for being in the way, who's right? Who's right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Take some time and look into your childhood. Like Michael Jackson said, have you seen my childhood? Hold on a second. I'm working here. My battery is dying. Anyway. Yeah, so tap into your childhood. And that's going to do some shadow work. That's going to do some inner child work. That's going to do some adult work, and that's going to take you and your shadow self, your shadow work, your child work, just going to take you some time. And you may not like what you see. You may open up your eyes and say, well, damn, it was horrible. I had a very horrible childhood. We all have some trauma. I don't give a care who you are, what you grew up in, or we all have some trauma. It may not happen to us, but it happened through us. And seeing it from a third point of view is even worse, I say, because you can look at somebody and look at them as like they're this hero, but find out that they're not, that they're a loser, or that they're a joke, or that they're a drug addict, or whatever it is. And it would really, because you would look up at this person and it would just dramatically change you. So I would say to, along with that, seek mental help. I would say seek a therapist, a good therapist, because there are some bad ones. Seek a good therapist to help you out with that shadow work, to help you dig into and tap into your childhood, because I believe that there's some things you do not want to go tapping into without clinical help. I have to say this again with the church. I really seriously believe that some people in the church need to take therapy. They need to go sit and take therapy. Seriously. Because there's some people in the church that should not be in the church serving over people. I'm just saying that. That's a whole nother can of worms, okay? I ain't even gonna get into that. But if you want me to talk about that, we will, just comment below, okay? And remember to do the things that I ask you to do all the time. Is it going to pop up? Yeah. I need you to do those things, okay? Quick, fast, and in a hurry, all right? All right. So here we go again. So we're on number 5. Okay. All right, number 5. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You were how old when it happened? You were how old when that happened? You didn't understand. You didn't know. Okay, it was the first time. You thought it was love. Nobody told us what love is. The Bible says what it is, but what is it in the flesh? And I don't mean, Christians, please don't come at me. But, what is it in the right here, right now? A lot of, let me ask a Christian, when you first found out what love was it what it was in the Bible? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Shut up. That's all I'm saying. Just shut up. That's all I'm saying. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for hating that person. Forgive yourself for not hating that person. Forgive yourself for inviting that person in. Forgive yourself for not inviting that person in. Forgive yourself because you passed gas in the elevator and you didn't say anything. Forgive yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Just forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. And when you're done forgiving yourself, forgive yourself again. All right? Number 6. We're speeding through this, okay? Number 6. Oh, goodness. Let go of the anger towards your ex. God damn. Y'all hear that? That's the sound of victory. Let go of the anger that you are holding towards your ex. So many of us want to flex on our ex. Why? 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 You're doing good. And if they're doing good, congratulations. My thing is this. If you cannot go on Facebook, if you cannot go on Instagram, I am a victim to this. And I had to delete people. And I had to delete them because I kept looking at them with disgust and anger because why are they enjoying themselves? The majority of the time, listen, first of all, people live a life that they want you to live, that they want to see that they live in on social media. 9 times out of 10, they ain't living that life. Not for real. Ain't nobody gonna be partying every single day. And you mean to tell me y'all just puppy dogs and I know people who've been married for years, okay, and they had some bad times. I know people that's been married for years and there's been infidelity, children in the mix. I know that that you see is just what they want you to see. They want you to, because it's all about likes and follows and monetization and sponsors. But at the end of the day, I want to be able to grow old with this person. I want to be able to grow old with my mate, my wife. I want to be able to grow old with her and be like, you know what? I'm sitting back watching with our grandbabies. looking at them, looking at us, and just enjoying what we've worked ourselves through. And I don't want to be with somebody. I do not want to have to harbor all that in there. Because you know what? It's hard, because now if you have that unforgiveness, you're carrying a lot on your back. And nobody is going to be able to account or mask or counter up to what it is that you're looking for. Because you're looking for somebody to replace every other broken relationship. You're looking for someone who can replace Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, Red. You're looking for people to fill those spaces, those areas. Areas, okay, I'm country. Those areas. And you're not, because it's not their job to. It's your job. Yep, I said it. Yep, I said it and I meant it. Bird. I love you. Look, because it's nobody else's job to make you feel whole and to make you feel perfect. It's nobody else's job to fix your past. The only thing they do is to come in and help you along the way. I like, let me see, what do I like? I like going to the movies, but I ain't finna stay and help pick up after I'm done. I'm not finna go and get popcorn and stuff out this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take my popcorn. I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna take my popcorn. And the people that, it just annoys me, people who leave, like even people who leave their carts. It can be a cart, a cart mall or whatever they call a corral cart. Right, just a couple of spaces down. It just took you a couple of spaces down. Now I know some people that just be like, ugh, it's here below outside. Yeah. But you know what? That person still has to work. That the person got to be out there just like you. And now we can't get cars because you want to keep. It's a chain of reaction, but we ain't gonna get into that. But it takes a simple thing of just picking something up and throwing it away. But my thing is like this: if that's how you are, I can just imagine how your life is. It's just something that simple. It just is something that simple. That's just how we're going to go about that. But let go of the anger towards your ex. The majority of the time, you've seen them red flags and you knew it anyway. The majority of the time, like attracts like. And you're going to attract that person because y'all had the same emotional trauma, the same emotional bond connected. The only reason why you really hit it and you kicked off with each other is because the sex was good. The only reason why you did that was because the money was looking right. The only reason I'm stepping on toes, fingers, necks. Woo-ha! I got you all in check. I'm just saying. What was think on this. What was the one thing that kept you in that toxic cycle of a relationship with your ex? Go. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it short. I'm going to do a short for that. Really. I'm going to do a short. Anyway, I'm not going to do it now, but I'm going to do a short for that. Because I guarantee you, once you answer that question, you will answer the question from 5 on up to 1, or 1 to 5, and it will lead you to 6. Let go of that ex. Because 9 times out of 10, somebody was the bigger person. It may not have been you, it may have been the other person, and vice versa. Bing, 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 bing. Anyway, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Well, if heaven and hell was vice versa. Anyway. And number 7. Empower yourself. Now, you can't go and do you cannot start from 7. You can't start from 7 and work your way up to 1. Now, no, my brother. You got to get your own. You have to start from number 1, shawty. Work your way down to number 7. You can't start from number 3 and then do number 1, and then mosey on over to number 5. Some things you have to do in decency and in order, cuz you're supposed to. You can do you go to McDonald's? Would you want McDonald's to say, okay, look, why don't you before this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take your money, okay? And I'm going to give you the meat. Then I want you to come back around and I want you to get the burger. Then I want you to come back around and I want you to get the condiments. Nah, everything is done in decency and in order. And sometimes if you ever notice, if you do something out of order, you're going to miss something. That's why it's called order. And if you notice, things take place better when they're in order. It may seem like it takes a long time, but you only take a long time because you got people who don't want to cooperate. Just like bottlenecking. The reason why we have bottlenecking is because people want to be first in line. But if we all take the time, you go first and you go first and you go first, and I guarantee you it will be such a better way. It will be such a better way. That's just how I have it. Just like people who drive in the fast lane slow. Get out the way. Get out the way. Hey man, if you ain't got the pee, let me. Come on, you know what I'm saying, coaches? That's what I'm talking about. Get out the way. So in order for all this stuff to happen, in order for you to empower yourself, you have to start from role number 1, and that is to what? Have introspective. In order to empower yourself, you have to know thyself. You have to know who you are in order to get to where you need to be. And I guarantee you, once you do these 7 steps, you will have victory. Now, I went way over than what I was supposed to, and I thank you for all of you that stayed towards the end. And I know that you will be blessed, and I know that Spirit has a blessing for you. The universe has a blessing for you. There's a blessing in the lesson. But in order for you to get that blessing, you have to go through the lesson. All right? Now, I said all that to say this. Remember, if nobody loves you, I love you. We love you. And remember, you are your biggest asset. So protect yourself. And know that in order to heal, you have to deal, baby girl. You have to deal, boy. You have to tell that person, I'm sorry. I ain't got no problem. I would tell somebody I'm sorry in a quick heartbeat, because you know what? One, I want to empower myself. Okay? Letting go of exes should be the best thing that you should ever have done, because they do not deserve to be living rent-free within your home, within your time, within your space, within your energy. Take it back. Taking it back. I'm taking it back. Taking it back, Jesus. Making my way downtown. And I guarantee you, though, and then in due time, and this is how you know, as I was saying, if you can look at an ex's picture and still get that all tingly feeling or get upset, you ain't over that ex. If you have to exit out and they try to talk to you and say, hey, I want to try to talk some things out. No. Angry black woman. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. There's ways to be nice to people. You can be nice to. Look, I understand right now it's not a good time. I will contact you when it is time. But until then, I would respect that you would respect my wishes to not speak. I believe we had said everything that we needed to say. And yeah, or even you can just say, what is it that you want to say? What is it that you want to speak? But basically, if you are in a state where you're not ready, I'm not ready to speak right now. Give me a few minutes and I'll talk to you. And I seriously mean that. I don't play. Do not play this whole, I'm not going to speak to them because no. You're doing it because you want to avoid confrontation. Like I said before, when it comes to, I'm going over it, but when it comes to ghosting and all that nature and all that jazz, all that business. The reason why you ghosting is because you don't want to face the music. You do not want to communicate. You do not want to talk about it because it hurts you, because either that person hurted you and you love them, or you were wrong to somebody. Those are the main two things. It ain't nothing else. And I'm being real with you right now. The reason why ghosting happens, or because you don't want to speak to that person, is because you still got love connected to them, or you know that you did something that was wrong, and by doing so will having you to out yourself and finding out more about yourself. And the majority of the time that other person knows. The song goes, I can hate you, though I have tried. Ooh, I still really, really love you. Love is stronger than pride. Hope I don't get dinged for that, but seriously. The song is Love is Stronger Than Pride. And pride comes before fall. So what I really wanted to lay down onto you today is to tell you, my collective, my soul tribe, my people, my Cancerians, my people that work on the chakras, you, beautiful human being, you spirit, you wrapped in that flesh of yours. Don't let the flesh be the ruler of you. You rule over it. Forgive that ex. Forgive that toxic relationship. Move on. Allow that person that you know that you in love with, that you can spend the rest of your forever person, that you want to be in your life, that you know it's meant to be. And if it hurts you, if you go to talk to them and they moved on, then oh well. Get it off your chest. Stop holding that in. Make a friend, damn it. Smile sometime. Everybody ain't out to get you. A person say they want to go out for coffee sometimes because they really want to go out for coffee. They want to go and you want to have a donut. They want to go have a donut. Everybody don't want your body. Come on now, be an adult. Stop allowing that shadow self to. Stop allowing your ego to play Donkey Kong. Okay, because that princess want to get saved. Okay, or that king or whatever you choose, boo, huh? But let me tell you that. You keep acting like that, Donkey Kong gonna break down that person, and then Mario gonna be like, man, forget this, I'm out. Princess don't want to be saved. She just sitting there, ain't doing nothing. Princess gonna be out there. Princess gonna go and get hers, okay? She gonna look Donkey Kong. Look ego. I'm gonna have to sit you in. Alright? But you know what I'm gonna do right here? I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up here. Alright? I have been the queer Cancerian. I got to get the hell up out of here because it's way past my time to go. And you have been watching the raw and the real here. You can also visit me on. Yeah, I'm not even finna edit this. I'm just finna set it up. I'm just setting it up just like it's supposed to go. Really, I'm really just gonna set it up. I'm not even gonna put no music or anything to it. This is just how it's gonna be. That's what Spirit's telling me to put it on there. But you have listened to the raw and the real. I am the queer Cancerian, the queer Cancerian. Okay, it's not queer king, queen. It's not queer Quancera. I've heard people up on there. They're trying to look at it. That's why I got the dot in the middle of it, because I got so sick and tired of people trying to figure out what my name says. But yeah, queer Cancerian. Okay, aka Off on Mondays. You can hear me on Off on Mondays. My podcast social media drop out. I drop it whenever it's time for me to drop it. Okay, and I thank you all for being my subscribers. I thank you all for being my advocators. I thank you all for listening and tuning in and staying for this long. Remember, please do the things that you need to do, that you should always be doing, and that is what? Like, comment, subscribe, like these people are doing right here. Wait, is it here? They're doing it. Wait, right there. He went away. Anyway, so yeah, do what they were doing. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what it is that I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and what we can do together. All right? For my collective, I love you. For all the mothers, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to you. Without you, we would not even be here, because man is born of a what? Of a woman. Okay? And whatever else the spirit, whatever else the what you call it go, but we would not be here if it wasn't for a woman. So that lets you know again, go out there and make you a friend today. I don't give a care if you're going out to Walmart to get your mama those plastic ass flowers. Go out there and make a friend today and tell that lady behind the desk, the what you call it, hey, how you doing? And I guarantee you're gonna make her day. All right, I'm out. Hear me.